Beneath the tasty exterior of some of our favorite foods lies a truth that's not only surprising, but potentially disturbing. Have you ever wondered about the real story behind that creamy peanut butter or the luxury of caviar? What secrets are food companies hiding from us? Today, we're revealing some shocking details about popular treats that might just make you think twice before your next bite. Could it be that companies are focusing on profit, skimping on quality, and even slipping questionable ingredients into foods we know and love? Let's dig into the truth lurking behind the label. Let's take a closer look at imitation crab. Although it's often promoted as an affordable seafood option, what's actually in it? Despite its close resemblance to real crab, imitation crab is a highly processed product filled with various additives and preservatives. Ingredients like artificial crab flavoring and sodium tripolyphosphate are added to enhance texture, boost flavor, and extend shelf life. But is this really worth the potential health risks? For starters, imitation crab falls short nutritionally compared to real crab meat. While it's lower in sodium and calories, it also lacks essential nutrients such as vitamin B12, selenium, and protein, which are abundant in natural crab. Furthermore, imitation crab contains various dietary additives, some of which have been linked to inflammation and issues like leaky gut. It can also hide gluten, posing a problem for those with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity. To maintain its shape and appearance, imitation crab often includes fillers like sugar, flour, and vegetable oils, making it a high-carb option similar to white bread. MSG, a widely used flavor enhancer, is another ingredient to watch for. Many manufacturers add MSG to imitation crab, which can trigger symptoms like headaches and muscle stiffness in sensitive individuals. Beyond health, there are environmental concerns too. The production of imitation crab often involves energy-intensive processes and unsustainable fishing practices, raising questions about its ecological impact. Additionally, mislabeling issues are common, leading to potential food safety risks and allergic reactions. Peanut butter. It's one of those beloved foods we grew up with. Perfectly creamy, spreadable, and comforting. But what if I told you that what's in that jar might make you rethink your next spoonful? Most people expect peanut butter to be simple, just peanuts, maybe a pinch of salt. But in reality, many commercial brands add extra ingredients like sugar, hydrogenated oils, and preservatives. Why? Because these ingredients extend shelf life, enhance flavor, and create that ultra-creamy texture. But here's the problem. Added sugars mean extra calories, and they can lead to sugar spikes and even contribute to long-term health issues. And those hydrogenated oils, they're full of trans fats, which have been shown to increase cholesterol levels and raise the risk of heart disease. Suddenly, that innocent spoonful doesn't seem so harmless. Now let's talk about the main ingredient, peanuts. Not all peanuts are created equal. The peanuts used in mass-produced peanut butter are often not of the highest quality and can be contaminated with something called aflatoxins. Aflatoxins are toxic compounds produced by certain molds. Peanuts are particularly susceptible to them, especially when stored in warm, humid conditions. And while food safety regulations exist to limit aflatoxins, it's hard to guarantee that every jar of peanut butter is completely free from them. Aside from the basic ingredients, there are other hidden additives. Hydrogenated oils, for instance, help create that smooth, spreadable texture, but they come at a cost. These oils are loaded with unhealthy fats and can contribute to inflammation and long-term health issues. And let's not forget MSG. Some brands sneak it in as a flavor enhancer, even though it's been known to trigger headaches, muscle stiffness, and other symptoms in people sensitive to it. So what's the solution? Choose natural peanut butter, which contains only peanuts and maybe a dash of salt. No added sugars, no hydrogenated oils, and certainly no MSG or hidden additives. Hot dogs, they're a classic. Whether you're at a baseball game, a backyard barbecue, or just grabbing a quick bite, hot dogs have become a go-to snack. Most people assume hot dogs are simply ground meat and spices. Well, the truth is, they contain a mix of meat scraps, animal byproducts, and even lesser-known parts like snouts and trimmings. These bits are ground up and blended into a paste. To enhance the texture, fillers like starch and corn syrup are added. Then comes the preservatives, often chemicals like nitrates, which help give hot dogs their distinctive pink color and keep them fresh longer. But nitrates have been linked to health risks, including certain types of cancer. Once all the ingredients are combined, the mixture is forced into casings, traditionally made from animal intestines, though today it's more common to use synthetic casings. The hot dogs are then cooked, smoked, and sometimes dyed to give them a consistent look and flavor. So now that you know what goes into making a hot dog, Does it still sound as appetizing? It's worth considering what we're really putting into our bodies and whether it's worth choosing fresher, healthier options. Chicken nuggets are a go-to for both kids and adults, but the way they're made might surprise you. Let's start with the main ingredient, chicken, right? Well, not exactly. Most chicken nuggets are made from a mix called mechanically separated chicken. This isn't your regular chicken breast or thigh meat. Instead, it includes various parts like skin, cartilage, and even leftover bits from the bones, all ground down into a paste. This paste is processed and blended with fillers like cornstarch, preservatives, and sometimes even sugar to enhance the taste and texture. Artificial flavoring is also added to give it that familiar chicken taste. And if you thought that golden color was from cooking alone, think again. Food dyes are often added to make nuggets appear more appetizing. Beyond the ingredients, there's another side to consider: the health impact. Chicken nuggets are often high in sodium and unhealthy fats due to the oils used in frying. And with so many preservatives added to extend shelf life, it's hard to know what long-term effects they may have on our bodies. The calories may add up quickly, but the nutritional value is significantly lacking. Homemade baked chicken nuggets made from whole chicken breast offer a healthier option. Farmed shrimp, it's a seafood favorite for so many of us. Whether in a salad, stir-fry, or a plate of pasta, it's hard to resist. But the truth about its production raises significant concerns. Most farmed shrimp come from tightly packed artificial ponds where thousands of shrimp are raised in close quarters. To keep diseases at bay in such crowded conditions, farmers often rely on chemicals and antibiotics. These additives help shrimp survive, but they're not exactly safe for us. Some of these chemicals include substances banned in many countries due to potential health risks. For instance, traces of antibiotics have been found in shrimp imported from certain farms. Eating shrimp treated with antibiotics can lead to antibiotic resistance, making it harder for our bodies to fight infections. Besides chemicals, farmed shrimp are often fed an unnatural diet. Instead of a wild diet, they're fed processed pellets, which can contain fish meal and other artificial ingredients. And then there's the impact on the environment. Farmed shrimp ponds create pollution and contribute to habitat destruction in coastal regions. These farms take a toll on the ecosystem, destroying vital mangroves and contaminating nearby waters with waste and chemicals. So next time you see that shrimp cocktail, think about what it took to get it there. Instant ramen, quick, cheap, and incredibly convenient. It saved countless late-night cravings and busy workdays. But do you really know what's inside that packet? Instant noodles may look like any other noodle, but they're far from it. Unlike fresh noodles, instant ramen is fried in oil during production to create that dry, crinkly texture. This frying process makes them extremely high in unhealthy fats, which can contribute to health issues when eaten regularly. Beyond that, these noodles are packed with preservatives like TBHQ, a chemical that keeps them from spoiling but has been linked to health risks when consumed in large quantities. And let's not forget about the sodium levels, with one pack containing as much salt as you need in an entire day. And then there's the flavor packet, that little burst of seasoning that gives instant ramen its addictive taste. But this packet is loaded with artificial flavors, colorings, and even MSG to make it taste more savory. Plus, the packet contains excessive salt and additives that can lead to dehydration and other health concerns. Are we sacrificing our health for the sake of convenience? Consider healthier alternatives like fresh noodles or vegetable stir-fries that pack flavor without the additives. Caviar, a delicacy associated with luxury and refinement. It's been served in the world's most exclusive restaurants. What if I told you that each tiny pearl represents a process that's far from glamorous? Caviar is made from the unfertilized eggs of these fish, which take years, sometimes even decades, to reach maturity. The most traditional and widely practiced method to obtain these precious eggs involves killing the sturgeon. To extract the eggs or roe, sturgeon are often slaughtered. This practice raises serious ethical concerns, as the fish population has dramatically declined over the years due to overfishing and high demand. Sturgeon are now on the endangered species list, which has led to efforts in caviar farming. But even in farms, the fish still endure invasive procedures to remove the eggs. And it's not just about the fish. Caviar production has significant environmental impacts. The depletion of sturgeon affects ecosystems, and many farms use chemicals to keep water tanks clean, which can impact surrounding waterways. The cost of each spoonful isn't just in dollars, it's in ecological damage. Marshmallows, soft, sweet, and a favorite treat for s'mores, hot chocolate, and more. But do you really know what goes into making these fluffy delights? Let's start with the main ingredient that gives marshmallows their iconic texture, gelatin. But what is gelatin? It's derived from animal collagen, usually sourced from the bones, skin, and connective tissues of animals like pigs and cows. Yes, that gooey texture in marshmallows is thanks to animal byproducts. Additionally, marshmallows are loaded with refined sugar and corn syrup to achieve their sweetness. This high sugar content can lead to blood sugar spikes and is far from healthy when eaten regularly. But that's not all. There's an environmental downside to marshmallows that's hard to ignore. While their water footprint may be minimal, their carbon footprint is substantial. The production of refined cane sugar for marshmallows contributes significantly to climate change, releasing tons of CO2 into the atmosphere. Additionally, the impact goes beyond emissions. Marshmallow production is linked to species extinction, habitat destruction, deforestation, and water pollution, highlighting the broader environmental costs. Soda, it's refreshing, bubbly, and hard to resist. What if I told you that your favorite drink contains ingredients you'd never want to consume on their own, and that each sip is filled with hidden chemicals and surprising additives? Let's start with the basics. We all know soda is loaded with sugar, but did you know that a single can of soda can contain up to 10 teaspoons of sugar? And if it's a diet soda, it's often filled with artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose, which are linked to health risks, especially when consumed regularly. Beyond the sugar, there's high fructose corn syrup, a cheaper alternative that's linked to obesity, diabetes, and even liver disease. And it doesn't stop there. Soda contains phosphoric acid, which gives it a tangy taste but can erode tooth enamel and interfere with calcium absorption. To achieve that iconic color, most sodas contain caramel color, a dye that's produced by heating sugars with chemicals like ammonia. Some studies suggest this process can produce harmful byproducts that may increase cancer risk. And then there's caffeine, used to keep you hooked. But in large amounts, caffeine can lead to anxiety, dehydration, and even heart palpitations. With all these ingredients, it's easy to see that soda is more than just a sweet, fizzy treat. It's a cocktail of sugar, acids, and chemicals that can have long-term health effects. Do you think these indulgent treats are worth the potential risks? Share your thoughts in the comments. If this information opened your eyes, don't forget to like and subscribe for more surprising insights. Until next time, stay informed.